All right, we are live. Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast. I'm your man Spaces, and we have a guest today.
What's
we have a
up,
spec-
y'all?
we have a guest today, Miss Nikki, aka Just a Brown Girl in America. Make sure you guys go follow her on YouTube. She goes live on Thursday nights, and sometimes she has a pop up extra one on a Wednesday or another day during the week. Miss Nikki, you know how we do it here. How was your last week?
Last week was good. Getting prepared for the holidays. Best friend came in town, so been hanging out with her. It's been fun.
What have you guys done? If you don't mind me asking,
We went to the mall. We went to eat. We went to the casino. We went to karaoke, and of course, and it's not over. She won't be leaving till later, so next week sometime.
Where's she from?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
She originally from here, but she been in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay,
I
all
might
right.
convince her to pop up Thursday. If I can convince her to pop up and sitting with me
What you mean?
on the live.
Oh, Thursday. Oh, yeah, Thursday night. Okay. So when did she
Well,
fly back?
actually, that's Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You think about
we'll
not
talk
doing the
about it.
live?
We'll discuss it. I don't want to not go live, so maybe I'll change the day to do it from where I'm at.
You think so? Because you know the grind never stops.
That's what I'm saying. So that just popped in my head when I was thinking something else. So
Yeah.
now I have to, yeah.
Yeah, we might have been thinking the same thing.
Like, oh, wait a minute, Thursday Thanksgiving, but I'll figure it out. We'll be with my sister, so I'll find a space somewhere in there to stream.
All right. Well,
Wherever I'm at, we're gonna still stream.
all right. My last week was all right. I went to see Wicked.
Oh yeah, I did do that with the
You saw it?
girls. Yeah, I took the girls to see it.
What'd you think?
It was cool. I didn't fall asleep. I went to take a nap, but I didn't take a nap. So it was good. It was a bunch of little girls in there jumping and cackling around, but other than that, it was good. I didn't see the first one, so
Oh,
I was kind of in there in some parts asking myself, how did we get here? So I gotta watch the first one.
yeah. I saw the first one and I saw this one, and I went in there to actually watch the movie, and I actually took a nap. Yeah, very unintentional. I intended to watch it all so I can have a clear point of view or perspective on what was going on. I like the first one. I
You
like the
did.
first one. I did. I think it was they went a little too overboard with the. I know it was a musical. They went a little too overboard with the singing.
Yeah, I didn't like the singing. And
Yeah,
you
and it
know I
was
like music.
yeah.
The songs were trash.
Oh, you didn't like the songs.
I didn't like the actual songs. Like
Oh
I
wow.
I actually didn't know it was a musical, so I wouldn't have actually went if I'd have known that. But I expected it to be some singing, but I also expected like how Disney movies, they always got a catchy song that you can't
Yeah.
get. None of those songs were catchy, engaging, nothing that you could remember and stuck in your head. The singing, of course, they can sing. Now, what I did notice about the movie, and I don't know if it's just me because of the way I see things. Um, Here we go with the black woman power stuff. Like I know she was green, so you can't really say, but come on now, it's the whole like they did do a song that I noticed, or when she was talking, I guess, with the prince, the guy that she was in love with or whatever, the white guy. How could you see like somebody like me over her? And he like I see things through a different perspective and all this nonsense. I just noticed to me it was subtle. It wasn't a lot, so I can deal with it. It's expected. It's Hollywood,
Hmm.
but it was there. The whole. come to save the day. We look like we bad. You know, everybody think we bad. Everybody think we evil or wicked and that the attitudes, but really it takes us to save the day.
I caught that in the first one.
So it's in the first one too. So that's where it started.
Yeah, I don't think it's intolerable. If that
Right.
makes sense. I don't think it's intolerable. I think they did a good job with keeping it subtle.
Yeah.
Because they even in the first one, and it's a little bit of a spoiler. They had her running through a cornfield.
Oh, I eat a cotton field.
You know, so you see the symbolism. You can make some connections and all that. But overall, I like how they did the story though.
Yeah, it's a good story. Are you saying the first one? See, I need to see the first one. Because
Yeah.
what I did pick up, but I've noticed that in Hollywood anyway, that they have been trying to make like the bad good, the villains of everything, do their backstory, make them good, promoting like Domner. They wanted us to see how he was treated when he was little, how his parents left him, and want you to start looking at people a certain kind of way.
Right.
You know, I think everything is predictive programming. So what are y'all preparing us for?
Right. I can see that. I can see what you're saying. I think I didn't know that I was actually interested in the Wicked Witch's backstory. And they did a great job with doing that, with telling us her backstory. And I don't even know if it's actually written previously or if they made that story up and it just came together well, which you'll see that more in the first movie.
Okay. Yeah, I might look that up today and watch.
Yeah, it's nice to watch. The singing, I'll tell you this. The songs are more catchy in the first one.
Okay.
At least one in particular, I'll tell you that for sure.
Now I did, in the spirit of.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you if you can see it.
I'm nervous.
No, don't be nervous. I'm a good girl. I'm gonna take them out. I wore my Wicked t-shirt and my sweater. Is actually
you did a whole costume.
Well, it's not a costume. It's little props they had at the little picture booth. I got my babies cut out.
Pull it back some. Okay. Okay. You said they had props where?
At the movie theater, they had like a big backdrop with props with the hats you could take pictures with.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was decent.
Yeah, it was good. It was impromptu because we alternate weeks, so we got joint custody. So they came back Friday after school, and I just told them not to get dressed.
Lieutenant Ghost, what's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the live. All right. So we're gonna get into these subjects, and the first one, you know, I kind of switch up the order a little bit. The first one is, I don't know if you know you told me that you wanted original reactions on this stuff. So this one is Channing Crowder. He tells a basketball player, Kevin Durant, that he should have children. Now, I want to know your thoughts on this and if your thoughts go in the same direction as mine on this particular subject. Let's see here.
DNA. We can't get a little Kevinita. Bro, we need this to continue, bro. You're the only one on Netflix without an old lady.
I got a nephew, man.
Bro, you don't need, bro. I'm telling you,
got the same blood, man.
KD, you don't want to be the 65-year-old man at the high school graduation. They calling you grandpa. You gotta put a little Kevin in the world.
Nah, man. When that time gonna come, it's gonna come, man.
He got like a little Durant Springman or something like that. What's the
Yeah, man. I got a lot of kids out here, to be honest.
They
man.
named
People
that.
that's looking up to me, man. I gotta set a good example every day, bro.
set a good example? Get you a woman and set a good example in the bedroom.
Chill, man. Hey, dog. Hey, it wouldn't be the show if he let you say something.
All right. So Channing Crowder tells him that he needs to have a son or a son or a little Kevin, a little daughter, to keep with the idea of Kevin Durant keeping his DNA out in the world. What are your thoughts in general? No particular question right now.
Well, people tell people that all the time, so I can see it. But it's a reason he don't want kids, I'm sure. It's got to be a very strong conviction of the reason he's not wanting to. It's just how I'm taking it, procreate. And put his seed out there. He might not like the world he living in. He might not find the woman. He might not want a kid that's not his wife. Maybe he just ain't found the one. Now, he didn't say that, and he's not giving a reason, which I guess is nobody's business. But since he didn't, most people do. I think it's something else. It don't look like he want kids.
I agree. I think there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. I think along the lines of maybe he's seen how many other men get wrecked when it comes to kids, or maybe he thinks that I watched this entire clip on their show. They never go into specifics that I recall as to why Kevin Durant specifically doesn't want to do it. They just kind of talked around the subject. But my thought is maybe he wants to be at a point in life where he can actually be there for the kids.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to have kids and they're talking about putting little Durants or Kevin Nitas, whatever it was that he said, if he's going to do that, then in order for them to really hone their talent in the way that he has it, he would have to be there to teach them that.
Right.
And while he's active in the NBA and playing basketball, there's little to no chance that he's going to do that, because Kobe, rest in peace. I don't know a whole lot about Kobe's life, but I imagine the absolute majority of the time that he spent with his daughter was after he retired.
Right. But what don't you think he would have alluded to that? Because that just seemed like a simple answer. Like if somebody say, why you don't have kids, you have kids. Well, I want to be able to nurture. I want to be able to spend time with them. I want to be able to do it. He just didn't do it. Now, my mind goes to his environment, the people he around, maybe the things that he's seen just being in that world, the Hollywood world, the celebrity world, with all the stuff going around with the kids. I'm thinking maybe he don't want to bring no kid into that. That could definitely be a thing.
Okay. So what do you think as it pertains to now here's my question. They did not say anything about marriage. Why would he encourage Kevin Durant to have kids and not mention marriage?
Because that's just not a part of the culture anymore. That's not important to us anymore. It's more important for him to just go have one, create a baby mama, go get one of these, little thotties or hotties or whatever they call them, and bump one in them so he could be getting raped, like you said, over the head with child support when stuff don't go her way. Now, right. I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he mention something about when it's time he have a woman or wife or something?
Yeah, he said, Kevin Durant said, when it's time, it's time. When the time comes, it'll come.
Oh, well, he still didn't mention a wife either.
Right. He didn't mention it. So, and that's what I'm wondering, like, do you think that, having kids out of wedlock is just a basic expectation? And it's just because it's like it's so, like you said, it's not a part of the culture anymore. So it's so removed from the culture that people don't even think about that as a prerequisite now.
Right. I definitely think so. By design. People don't even get excited no more, like women, when you would find out another woman got proposed to or engaged. The whole community was excited, involved.
Right.
They also was involved and instrumental in keeping those marriages together too. Like that's traditionally what the wedding is for. Like all those people that are there, those are supposed to be close family, close friends, your village that can be there, witness their union, and be able to be the village surrounded to help keep it together.
Right. And I think I can agree with you in the sense that with him being a basketball player, that's like the absolute majority of those marriages do not last. Or it's some sort of turmoil behind the scenes.
Right.
Now, with him in particular, and you can add this, you can apply this to any man that you can think of. Do you think men of his stature purposefully avoid marriage?
Yeah. This men of broke stature purposely avoid marriage. So I'm most positive of his stature. They're definitely gonna think a little bit harder. And it goes back to like what on the show Thursday on my show when we were talking about prenups.
Yeah.
That kind of wrap all into it. They got a lot of like I could see somebody like that if he got married now. Yes, I could see wanting a prenup. My confusion was when you talking about the LeBrons and all that. They've been together since high school or however long they've been together, like forever. I don't see why that would be a thing.
What, like a prenup? Like why LeBron would, if let's just say hypothetically, we don't know, I don't know one way or the other.
Right.
But why LeBron would try to get, well, in this case, a postnup because she's been with him since the beginning.
Right. So, but why though? Like in those situations, I'm like, wow, y'all. Even if it went left, she didn't put her time in. You know, like what?
Yeah.
I didn't put the time in. Like, but somebody like Durant, yes. If he met somebody, yes, I would advocate for that. Because you don't know anymore. You just don't trust anymore.
Right. And even on the lines of these and Channing Crowder, if I'm not mistaken, used to play football. So he knows, if I'm not mistaken, beat me up in the comments, I guess, because I don't follow sports, but he used to play football. So he knows what happens when these men get into situation with kids and it's not set up in the way that it should be to put his best foot forward to protect himself in the long run.
Right.
Because was it who was I thinking about? PJ Washington. They weren't married. He had a kid with her. Now he's getting wrecked. Well, I don't know. I don't know the full on details. I don't want to say wrecked, but she's receiving benefits from him. And they didn't get married. He didn't have anything set in place to protect himself. I don't know if you watched the Brian McKnight interview Anton dropped, but Brian McKnight, he said he was trying to keep the peace. So I'll specify that. But Brian McKnight was paying like 13 or 18,000 a month, or 23,000 a month, or something like that.
I never even understood that type of child support. Like, what are we taking care of here?
And that's what I don't understand about
like
these.
When they get out that crazy amount of money per month.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I don't understand.
Now, especially if you're not married.
Yeah.
But you still like certain things in place. Like if this was a life, they got to uphold the lifestyle you was living, blah, 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 while you was in that marriage to maintain whatever you was doing in that marriage. But most of it is not like that. And I don't understand how someone needs $30,000 a month to take care of one or two kids.
Right. And that begs the question too, what kind of fight are the men putting up? Genuine question, because I don't know. So
Hold
for
on, I
instance,
gotta let my dog trying to get out this room. Let me
okay,
let him.
you can still hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So what I'm asking, like, what kind of fight are the men putting up to figure out
What is that?
what
Don't mess with that. Just leave it out your room.
you didn't mute yourself.
Oh,
But yeah, what kind of fight are they putting up to make sure that they don't, as best they can, don't have to pay those types of money to the mother? For instance, for me, when I think about it, I'm like, okay, if you want $18,000 a month or $5,000 a month, $20,000, whatever the amount, let's put up some receipts to show what funds and expenses are being dedicated to the child specifically.
we're
Because
gonna
it's,
include the housing and all of that kind of stuff.
but you
But
can
I
see
don't
it.
think your house have to be that big. Like, why we
Thank you.
need you? Like, you want a decent house, but my lord, what are we talking about here? I think a
Like,
decent rate 200,000, 300,000. Now, if you want your child to live like you living, like if the dad does, then you just make sure you got equal. That's why we did joint custody. We don't have time for all that. You
right,
have equal space. You have equal time. Or if you think that is the mother can't do it, get your kid. Say
right.
you can provide a better life for them and get them.
And that's what I'm saying when it comes to these conversations with, particularly people in sports. So this says here, let me share my screen. And this is just a rough estimate because I don't know, we don't know. This says Kevin Durant has an estimated net worth of $300 million. $300 million. And what's his name? Channing Crowder. He knows, or he has more information, more direct information about what are the ins and outs of the behind the scenes behind these people's contracts and all that stuff, because he used to have to deal with that stuff.
Right.
Why wouldn't it, $300 million get this lady a nice house, maybe pay it off, and take care of the kids' expenses for a year or whatever the case? But generally speaking, if the person, man or woman, is better financially capable of taking care of the child, then why not leave the child with the man?
Right.
But the court system don't work like that, and maybe that's what Kevin Durant was thinking about.
Yeah. But I mean, you do definitely fight. That's why people we got to try to stay together, because even if it's the finances, the courts could easily say, yeah, you can financially do it, but you can't really. You're not capable physically of being there, like you said earlier, being around that child, nurturing that child, being there on a regular basis to actually raise a child versus having a nanny or something do it.
I don't know, man. I know, and you and I both know that the absolute majority of the children that grow up without the father or grow up with these types of things that they deal with in terms of custody battles, in terms of being born out of wedlock, that ends up not working out well for the child.
Yep.
Especially if, the father in this case is on a basketball team or a sports team or whatever, and they're in California, but the house that the mother wants is in Florida.
See, I wouldn't let that happen either.
What you mean?
Well, depending on where I met you, because they do travel. But
Right.
you're not, if I met you where I met, you're not leaving with my kid.
So you're
And the
speaking from the
courts will
standpoint.
stop you. The courts, you can petition that. They won't let you do that. The courts will stop you.
True. I know what you mean, because it's like if he's trying to be in the child's life, he can't be in the child's life if he's in California, but you're trying to go to Florida.
Right.
It's some, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's they'll if they petition for it, because I was looking it up, because when I was thinking about moving to Florida myself, just trying to see how that would work. but then common sense prevailed, which I didn't need any of that because it's like, why would I do that if my kid's dad is all the way here?
Right.
So that's not benefiting them or me or him for that matter.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just this came across my I forget where I heard this from, but it's like, why wouldn't you push him to get married first?
You
Don't
know?
we have
Now,
enough
is he
broken
married?
families? I don't know.
The Channing Tatum? I mean, not Channing Tatum.
What?
Crowder guy. I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
about Magic Mike.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Where's your mind going?
Yeah, Channing Crowder. Now, I will say I was shocked that he don't have kids though. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Yeah, I'm happy that he doesn't. Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah man, I'm telling you, you should watch that.
I was more of the what's the other one? And he'd be like, "My
Lord
precious."
of the Rings.
Yeah, I was more of a Lord of the Rings.
Oh man, if you can deal with Lord of the Rings, you can deal with um, Game of Thrones. It's because there was a part of Game of Thrones. It's one of my favorite parts of the series where it's called the Red Wedding, and it basically shows what happens when a man stops focusing on his purpose and starts focusing too much on a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But you should. It's in the first 2 seasons. You should watch it.
I might try. I've stopped watching TV a while ago. I haven't seen a
Oh,
lot. Like the only thing that I really just make sure I watch when it's out is all the Power series and episodes. I like all
really?
of those installments.
You even like Force
Yep.
with Tommy?
Yep.
You like that? Oh,
I don't know why y'all keep giving Tommy such a bad rap. Tommy, that's a good show. It's gonna all come together. You just gotta be patient.
it's taking too long because with that one.
Well, they blame that on 50. He always making people wait. Like he got too many of them now to have all these gaps. For
Yeah,
me, once one go off, the other one should be coming on, and so on and so forth.
yeah. All right,
Yes,
all right.
I like the blue card. I like Tommy.
I
Because
don't know.
Tommy just unpredictable.
I like the character Tommy. I don't like the show Force.
What is it about it you don't like?
It's just terribly written, and it's even. I was even watching Tommy's. Or Joseph Sikora is the guy that plays Tommy. I was watching his acting recently on one of the recent episodes. I'm like, okay, this is no longer convincing. The story isn't convincing. Like
Mhm.
he leaves New York, shows up in Chicago, and is automatically at the top, dealing with all the most dangerous and lethal people in Chicago.
Yeah, but you know they strategic like that. You know him and Ghost, like that's what they do. He went, he figured it out. He met what he watched for a long time, and he played chess and moved the pieces around.
Which is cool. I just think it happened too fast.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying on that, but
Yeah.
I still think it's gonna all come together. He gonna end up with Tariq.
Who Tommy?
Hmm.
I don't think Ghost is dead.
No, he coming back too.
That'd be crazy.
I can't
Might,
wait.
50 might end the series with all of that. That would be crazy. But
The whole
okay,
series.
like when he brings
You can
everything
do that.
together.
No, he got to keep this forever, like the Young and the Restless.
Oh
Just keep
no.
it going forever and ever and ever.
All right, thank you guys for kicking with us. I'm out here hanging out on this Sunday with Just a Brown Girl in America. I call her Miss Nikki. Make sure you guys go sub to her channel, check it out, and hit the like button. Let people know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. I forget. I'm sorry, I didn't say this. Maul and Jay every day. They're out. They went to Ohio to like a college basketball game or something like that,
Mm.
and so they're out. They're travel on their way back. So they're figuring it out. They might pop up. I don't know. Maybe not if they can. But On another note, have you heard of the comedian Leslie Jones?
Yes.
Are you familiar with any of her work?
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen about hers?
Ghostbusters. She was in Ghostbusters. She's in a lot of movies.
I'm talking, well, yeah, generally, yeah. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a resume. I'm just curious about what your the things like different aspects of her career that you've seen, because she's also
Just
like a
her in
comedian.
movies, you know. She never really got any leading roles, so that's unfortunate. I think it has to do with her looks.
Okay, so did you see Coming to America, like the second one with her in it?
I did see that.
What'd you
I
think
can't
about it?
remember a lot of it. It was very underwhelming, but I did see it.
It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
It was so disappointing. I when I say I struggled through it, I mean I struggled because
And it
I'm
was
a
fake
person.
too.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was very fake. Yeah.
Like you had an opportunity to make this go crazy. You just literally I think this looks like an eighth grade project.
It was unreal. Like I said, Hollywood just haven't been coming up with good stuff. They only just been recreating. They haven't even been really being creative. They just been taking old stuff, redoing it, revamping it, telling a backstory off of it or something like that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that going on. Okay. So Leslie Jones came. I think I saw this on 2K's show DPMO. Leslie Jones was talking about how she doesn't know why she can't find a man.
Oh my God. She don't know.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I'm rich. I can fight. I will say it. I love men.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I don't love a stupid man. If you can't be with my peace, you can be with the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? I'm sick of men telling me, oh, well, you hardcore. Yes, I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what you bringing to the table? I am the table.
Okay. So actually, you know what? Let's check out some of these. Check out some of the comments. It's saying this person said, I am.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what?
She's successful, she's rich, she can fight. If you can be with my peace, you can be with the door. That I am the table is just the essence of the Black woman, the mother of all. Love it. The growl in I am the table is ferocious and powerful AF. I love it. May she find exactly what she's looking for. She deserves all the things.
Those all women, right?
And say, oh, you in your masculine era? Well, why don't you get in yours? Please do. Okay. All right. So, your thoughts on that?
Well, it sounds like she knows why she don't have a man. She's been told why she don't have a man, and she refused, like most women, to listen to why they don't want her. She literally called it all out. She called everything out. She masculine, she growling. Okay, one thing I do want to touch on. If you can't be my peace, I hear that a lot. But what does that mean? What does that look like? Because your peace might be chaos. Your peace might be as long as you let me walk over you, then I'm peaceful and you'll be peaceful. So what does that mean? I don't think peace is not what we should be looking for. Yes, we want to be peaceful, but I don't know why people expect everything to be peaches and cream and roses all the time, which is just not going to be. So what piece are we talking about? Are we talking about stability, comfort? Are we talking about just your company? Like, what are we looking at? Do you want to run everything? See, Monique, she struggled with that, and she talked about how she was with her husband before she met him. I mean, with other men. Then she tell a man, when he telling her she and her masculine energy, but you telling him to be in his. No, you already too big for that. Like, you cannot act like that. And I'm just being honest. Like, you can't be 7 feet tall, overgrown, just loud, hard, not nice, all these things. What? No. And to be honest, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. You're not no looker, and I know you know that. You know this. So you don't think this all women across the board. Humble yourself, but you got to know your worth, and I mean your value. As we talking about, not your inside, your heart. We get to that, but what people see is the out. We see it. Everybody know it. You know you have these faults. Some things you just gonna have to humble yourself on. You need to be a little nicer. You can't be. I don't want to say. I don't want to call her ugly, but I don't know another word for it. Because somebody might not think she ugly, but they might accept her if she was nicer. If she was sweeter. Carlos will take her. Carlos said he'll take her long as she's nice and cook and treat him right. He don't care.
He said that Thursday, didn't
he? Yeah. Oh, it was Thursday or week before last, something like that. When we were talking about body types.
Right.
And she done picked up weight. So I don't know. She knows why. She just don't want to change like most women don't. It's always you want to come back. Go get you a white man. That's they most of the time they do it anyway.
Sheesh.
Go get you a white liberal man and you can have all your desires.
Let's see. So I'm just looking up. You said she tall, and I know that she is. I'm trying to get specific information. It looks like she said she is 6 feet tall.
Which ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm tall.
But you're not 6 feet though.
No, but I have an aunt that's 6'2".
And at the time of this, what I'm seeing right now, I'll put it on the screen. Let's see here. This right here, Saturday Night Live in Ghostbusters. She once said, "I'm 6 feet tall and I'm strong," and that her grandmother was 6'2", and she's 233 pounds. And this is an old picture, I guess.
So she looked good on that picture. That is a nice frame. A lot of that weight come from her height.
Right. Yeah.
And she started fixing herself up. I did notice a lot of that, but none of that's gonna matter if you still got that whole feminist mindset. And I don't think a lot of women even know that they feminists.
Okay, go a little bit more with that.
Because you just kind of hear these things, adapt these things. It's all around you. The social constructs start changing gradually. You start picking it up. It takes one little thing for somebody to do, and Black women will pick it up. Like this. What is this? What is that? Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's just these two.
Like what? What is that? Who did that? Who started that? Like one thing
Yeah.
of somebody they like, some rapper or whoever, some podcaster. That's like some what's that girl? Diddy's girl, Lucretia, please, something like that.
Carisha, please. Carisha.
Like this. What is that? And then they'll stop doing it probably next year or something when something else come out.
So with her, you know, because the availability of men in Hollywood at her level is different than the everyday woman, right? Would you say at her level there are more men available or less men available? And I'm talking about actually available to be in a relationship with her.
I think they're available.
Mm.
I think she missed when they tried to arrange her marriage. She probably didn't want it, and that's why she ain't got no heading lines and all that.
Somebody,
I think they be arranging them marriages.
You think so?
A lot of them, yeah. I think it's business to play.
I agree. I think Beyonce and Jay-Z was a business play.
Oh yeah, that was definitely arranged.
1,000%.
She was way too young for him, huh?
1,000%. Yeah, I think it was a business, and that's how marriages were really.
Yeah.
Like when you watch Game of Thrones, which I'm gonna keep that in the back of your mind. When you watch Game of Thrones, you'll see that marriage was about the exchange of legacy for money / power.
Yeah. Building alliances, all that, different kingdoms, kings marrying off their daughters and all that. So yeah.
Desiree, what's up? Yeah. So if that were the case, then I wouldn't be mad. In fact, you know, last I checked, and I haven't checked it in a while, but arranged marriages had like a 92% success rate.
Yeah. You know, I'm all for it right now. That's where I'm headed. I advocate for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get back to the Bible. Get back to the old. Everything old don't have to change.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Desiree. How are you?
Desiree just got out of church. That's why we call it your favorite after church podcast.
Did you have a good time at church? Did you get you some stumping in? Some jumping in?
Generally speaking, I don't think women, when it comes to these conversations, as it pertains to what she's saying, what Leslie Jones is saying, she doesn't realize that the stuff that she mentioned is the stuff that women look for in men.
Mm-hmm.
She looked for rich women, look for that in men. She's successful, women look for that in men. Can fight, women look for that in men. She mentioned like the top three amongst three of the probably top 5 things women look for in men. But then she turned around to wonder why she can't find a man, because she's looking for a man. The stuff that she's looking for is the stuff that women look for in men. That's why you can't find a man that you want.
Right. You probably can find a woman.
Right.
But no. I did think she was a lesbian though for a long time.
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that. Desiree said,
I thought she was a lesbian.
Good, just got home watching my Ravens. Okay. Desiree more into sports than I am. He said, I was in there getting my praise on. She was doing the Holy Ghost 2-step.
Mm-hmm.
But and to what you said about the feminist talking points and not knowing that they're feminist talking points, I think I agree. That's why I wanted I wanted you to expound on that, because when I listen to these different conversations, I listen to different women talk, and it's really almost like they have a script. that they've passed along to each other because they all sound the same. And I even said in a show before, when it comes to the expectations of relationships and men, women always say that no, I'm not like this person, I'm not like that person, all women are different. But when we start talking about your expectations of men, a lot of y'all sound the same.
I think that about a lot of people though. Men do that too.
Okay.
Everybody think they so different, and you're just not. You saying the same stuff. You're doing the same things. You're not that different. So I don't know why people think they just so. I guess you would. Somebody might think I think I'm different. So somebody might think I sound the same or I'm like somebody else. So I don't know, but I don't know, because I just had a conversation with somebody about that, and it was a guy. And I'm just like, yeah, everybody say that. Yeah, everybody say that. Yep, everybody say that too.
I know it's a personal conversation, so if you don't want to say anything, if you want to give specifics, then that's fine. But what was he saying that was like, oh, you sound like other guys that I've talked to?
That's not me. I'm different.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sitting here like, I mean, you are, but not that much. Or the Hey Beautifuls. That's just like this. What is that? Hey Beautiful. What you doing? Good morning.
You got hit with the good morning, beautiful?
No, I'm just saying, just over time, like since I have been dating and stuff, it's the same thing. You're literally the same kind of text messages all the time. Now, I don't think girls send the same type of text messages all the time.
You mean like to men?
Right.
Really?
Do they? I don't know. I don't get texts by women. So
I
don't
know.
I don't think so. I don't think that how I'm saying in that sentiment where you got this certain line, you just text all your little friends. I don't think women have specific words that go out to everybody.
Oh, like a copy and paste.
Yeah.
Got you. I think I can agree, but I think it's mainly because women are at the point where they're used to receiving those messages, so they don't have to send the messages. Right? That makes sense?
Yeah. But we gotta stop accepting that. What you doing? Nothing. Chilling, whatever. Oh, okay. Miss you. Okay.
This sounds so boring.
Later on, what you doing now? What? Like, it's the same stuff. Hey, good morning, heart, emoji with the heart heads. Then you get them suckers a chance. All that stopped within 6 months. Instead of good morning, it turned into morning.
And it gets shorter and shorter, huh? Yeah, I just think when it comes to Leslie specifically, though, just like you said, there's a difference in a physical attraction and overall attraction, overall attractiveness. I don't see listening to Leslie Jones say this. I don't see why any man would approach her after hearing her say it.
Right.
Like every time I've ever heard a woman's, the whole idea behind the what do you bring to the table conversation, which apparently is so taboo to people, is what do you bring to a relationship? And if you say I am the table, that presents the idea that you think you're perfect. To me, maybe I'm overthinking it.
And I guess that's what she meant. But when she said I am the table, I would have just thought as a guy, that would have made me reflect on her stature and how unattractive she was. Like, yes, you look like a table. I understand that. I don't want you to be the table. No, I don't want you to be the table. So you just some things people say and they think it's a clapback or a gotcha. They think it's cute, and it's just really not. She's sitting there with a church dress on. She looked nice, but look how you acted in this dress.
Right.
Legs all like you hanging off the chair and all this goofy stuff, moving around like a man. Like, yes, you have masculine energy. Why would a man want to date somebody like him?
Okay. Now let's check this. Facts, because that's what she's saying. If a man was approaching a woman, he's trying to make himself seem appealing to the woman, he would say, I'm rich, successful, and I can fight. Right?
Yeah.
Men, what in these conversations
That actually sound like
Andrew Tate?
And yeah, it sounds like a tool. Like that's how hard you sound. Like one of those they call them men them tools, and they be like, "Arr."
Yeah.
Like overly masculine, lip weights, all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it reminded me of when I would hear
So
girls say, "He's a tool."
You and I can agree then that how a woman presents herself really matters to a man. Yay or nay?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I asked that is because all I did was type in Leslie Jones and hit Google Images. I'm going to move us from the screen. Look at this, especially this one. Well, not especially, but look at this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
And I would think if she was a little softer, that she wouldn't seem so bearing. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
And you are absolutely right. Look at this. Like, didn't you say something about her being gay?
Right. Like, what is this?
And that's what I'm getting at. And I 100% agree with you. A man would be, men don't look at, I don't say don't, but men don't have the availability of women in the way that women have the availability of men. Right. So it takes more work for a man to get a woman than it does for a woman to get a man. So in that case, when a woman is giving a man attention, then he's going to try to see what's going on with it. He's going to try to pursue it a little bit more. Right. So when it comes to like actual face, men are more generally accepting of what a woman looks like than vice versa.
Right.
So if Leslie Jones, like you said, presented herself in a more feminine and soft way, somebody would pick up Leslie Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, you're doing all these specifically black woman anecdotes. You're doing all of this and you saying all these things and you tilting your head left and right and all the stuff that sounds good to women. Then you're not going to get chosen that way.
Right.
All you looking at?
And I wonder why are women always listening to women about what men want or how but refuse to listen to the man.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with our thinking? Why are we like so double-minded? It's a double-minded person.
The only thing the only thing that makes sense about that to me is you have to be the type of person that the person you're looking for wants. It's an old Kevin Samuels adage. I didn't even pull this from Kevin Samuels, but it just applies. It's true. If you're applying for a job, let's take it off of that because Kevin Samuels is an inflammatory name, right? So you're applying for a job. You want to make yourself sound presentable to that job. If a job is looking for you to be a construction worker, lift a certain amount of pounds, be able to work a certain amount of hours. And you're saying, yeah, I only want to work 25 hours. I don't want to lift nothing. Then the job is not going to hire you. You got to make yourself, people lie on resumes all the time.
Yeah.
You got to make yourself sound good to the person that you want.
At least
But
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got it, but if you're gonna fake it till now, hold on, because that might be a little. If you're gonna choose to fake it till you make it, I don't have a K, but if you choose to fake it till you make it, you got to do it with good intentions of actually trying to make it.
right.
Like, change. You can't be like, I'm gonna just pretend to be this way, but I'm really not. No, you got to be actively trying to, but you don't want to lose your man in the meantime in between time.
Yeah, Leslie Jones has, and I'm going to be honest with you from the standpoint of a man, and looks doesn't play a factor. I'm not going to say I'm going to take somebody that's just completely ugly, but looks to me are second or third priority, right? No matter what woman you are, no matter who you are, you present yourself in a feminine and soft manner, that gets you 1 to 2 points up on the attractiveness scale, period. I'm not talking about physical attraction. I'm talking about feminine attraction that can bring a man. What makes you think that I would want to deal with a woman like you? Right. And I'm not saying Leslie Jones, if you happen to see this, that you would go after me. I'm speaking generally for men. Men want the opposite of what it is that they bring to the conversation. What you're bringing is he has masculinity, or you're saying that you want him to have masculinity, but you're exhibiting the masculinity that he already has. It's like the same side, two sides of the same magnet. They resist each other.
Right.
Neither positive and negative side of the man, so you fit together. But I say women and careers don't mix. And Leslie Jones is proving it.
You said women and careers don't mix?
Yeah.
No.
You disagree?
No, I'm saying, well, I don't think the boss thing works. The whole career boss thing. Like, you can have a career, I think you can work, but if you start moving up higher and higher and higher, essentially your focus, because you fighting in a pool, a man's world. So you're going to have to channel some of that energy. That's almost like dealing with a narcissist. In order to fight a narcissist and get from up under a narcissist, you almost have to
be a narcissist.
Some of those traits just so you can fight that narcissism. No, I'm saying like if it's a specific narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Narcissist. But yeah, you have to, and I only know this from experience, you have to channel that. But then you also have to be prayed up enough to know that is not how you operate normally with regular people. So
I agree. And so we agree at the end of this, final thoughts, when we move on to the next thing, that in order for you to increase your chances of getting the person that you want, you have to be the person that the person you want wants.
Yep. You got to already be that. That's why they choose you. That's why we need to work on ourselves first, especially as women, because I don't think men have a problem with marriage. Like even my guy I'm dating now, never wanted to be married. Why? I don't know. Just never did. But now you do. It's a thought, So I don't think, just like when women say, oh, I don't need a man, I can do this. I don't ever believe that. I do not believe them. When they say they want to be alone, they don't need a man.
Oh.
All of these things. Or even when they don't have children, I don't believe they're not lonely. At some point, as you get older, and all your friends got kids and husbands. Everybody living life, can't hang out. You're the only one kind of still there.
Yeah.
You're working hard now because now you care about money and just maintaining. And I think a lot of them pretend that they happy. But at night, when that other side of that bed get cold, I don't believe it. Sometimes even the presence of that protection just in the house, you ain't even got to be talking. The presence is safety. It feels comfortable. So I don't know.
All
We
right.
got to help them. My comment, I tried to comment in the chat, but it didn't. I think it hooks to my regular account. I don't know why I didn't post. Can you see it?
I'll send you a message in the back chat.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Send this to two people. Let them know that your man Spaces on No Key Podcast is live with Miss Nikki from Just a Brown Girl in America on YouTube. Make sure you jump on her channel and like and subscribe that and share it, because there's great conversations over there happening as well. So we're going to get to this next conversation. I'm glad you chose to be a part of the conversation today, because I'm thinking back to when I was commenting on a live stream you did with people that are in like your city council in your area or something like that. Okay, so this is the first part of the conversation. There was a Christmas tree lighting that happened out here in Chicago. And I actually originally planned to go to this tree lighting, but just completely forgot. And one second, let me find it again. Did I lose it? Oh, man. Oh, well, I'll pull it up right now. But what happened at the tree lighting apparently is a mass shooting. Unfortunately, people can't get together anymore without, at least in Chicago, as the media says and people say, without there being a gun involved, without there being a shooting involved.
It's really sad.
I'm just going to pull it up real quick. This is the first thing that came up. 1 second. All right.
We've been following this all night. 2 shootings just hours after the Christmas tree lighting, steps away as well from the Chris Kindle Market right here downtown. One of those mass shootings leaving 7 teenagers in the hospital. Just blocks away from that, a man died. Let's get right to our Saul Rezai at State and Randolph for the very latest on the investigations.
Yeah, Suzanne, one of those shootings happened just steps away from the Chicago theater here. The scene has been cleared here this morning, but we know new details from Chicago police this morning tell us 7 people were shot here near the Chicago theater. A separate scene near Adams and Dearborn had 2 other people that were shot. The person at that scene, we learned, has died. Witnesses tell us the victims seemed all to be very young, in their teenage years. Police confirming this morning the youngest victim is only 13 years old. Suzanne, you mentioned these shootings happened just steps away from multiple big holiday attractions happening here in the Loop. We'll get to that video. Chicago police saying they saw a large group of people on the sidewalk. You'll see the scene video is aftermath. Dozens of Chicago police officers and first responders on the scenes here downtown. The victims between 13 and 17 years old. In total, 7 people shot here at State and Randolph, all said to be in good condition, thankfully. 1 person in fair condition. 2 more people shot, as I mentioned, at Adams and Dearborn at a different scene. The injuries of those victims are more serious. Police confirming this morning they found 2 other people shot at Adams and Dearborn. 1 man had gunshot wounds throughout his body and was pronounced dead at the hospital. The second victim, an 18-year-old man, was shot in the leg and is in serious condition at last check. Many people we talked to were here visiting from out of town, and they said they were sad to see this happen, especially during the holidays.
It's very disheartening to see this, right. Holiday time, everybody wants to celebrate and enjoy the evening, and something like this happens.
Suzanne, this morning, still a lot of details coming to light on both of these shooting scenes. We know last night, area Alderman Brian Hopkins said that multiple police officers were also hurt during those shootings. He said,
Off subject question. What? You know what? Never mind.
at least one police officer had to be hospitalized. We're still trying to confirm those details this morning and get any possible updates on conditions of victims that were here at the scene. We're live in the loop this morning. I'm Asal Razai, CBS.
Okay, so there was a mass shooting out here in Chicago. Like I said, I literally did plan in my mind back when the conversation first started happening to be at this Christmas tree lighting because I'm a festive person. I don't say festive. I like the Christmas tree aesthetic or the Christmas whole season. I love Christmas music. I love the idea of actually, I have to pull up a picture of like being in a cabin, it's warm, walking around in a robe and with your house shoes on, drinking some hot chocolate with the marshmallows. That idea actually happened a long time ago with me, and I absolutely loved it. I love the Christmas season, even though people complain about it being cold and all this stuff.
It's cold, but people are normally just seem happy. Like I like when they're walking around, the lights when you go shopping. I get what you're saying. Like it's very nostalgic.
Yeah, like when people, especially when people do certain I would say when people have the Christmas lights on their house, the light displays, it's like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
Yep.
And they have the nativity scenes and the music and just the overall Christmas cheer. I absolutely love it. So that was my reason on potentially going downtown to watch this Christmas tree lighting. But unfortunately, people don't know how to act. And a shooting happened. So I don't have any particular question at this point right now. What are your thoughts about that?
So I'm always thinking about this, our babies. Like you look at the ages 13 to 17. And I did ask the question, why are we so angry? I know it's the culture. I think about all of these things. When I was watching that, for some reason, the first thing that popped in my mind was the remnant, the separation, the Bible, Esau, Jacob. You got these two factions. You got to understand, they try to make us all the same as like black people. We from Africa, we from this. Even if I agreed with that, which I know is not true, but just hypothetically, for the sake of argument, say we are all from Africa, which for the most part, yeah, we was all connected, but that's another whole other story. We still had different tribes of people. We still not the same. They were still fighting each other. So I am starting to think that a lot of these generations and these kids are spawns of Esau. So, and I know that's not kind of where we want to go, but since it's the after church show, that's just what popped in my head while I was watching that. Like, it is the culture, it is the things we promote, but why didn't it affect all of us the same way? Because I'm not going to act like I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't listen. My mama tried her best to keep me right on the outskirts, but I still found myself on the bus going down to the projects, or the kids I went to school with hanging out. We all went to school together. I listened to the same music. Could I have gotten caught up in certain situations? Yes, but have I got caught up in when I was younger, certain things? But yeah, I was young. I was a child. You bring up a child in the way they should go, they shall return. I firmly believe that now. But nobody's being brought up in that no more. Our culture is not being brought up in that no more. And I don't know why he brought that up. I just thought about Jacob and Esau. The remnant, separating the wheat from the tare. The world is in a shift right now. All over the world, stuff happening. You got the persecution of the Christians in Nigeria. All this stuff is written. So if anybody believe that book, if they focus on Revelations, I knew all this stuff was going to happen once the river dried up. But nobody was paying attention. People used to tell me I was crazy. Euphrates River been drying up forever, and now it's like done. So a lot of people don't believe in that spiritual world, but you got to understand this is a power. Principalities, that's what we fighting. Principalities of the air. This is a spiritual battle. And that's why those kids, these kids, may be spawns of Satan.
You know
Not
what's crazy?
all of them, because some of them just getting influenced. But when you letting them go, you take the rearing out. Like they told us we couldn't whip the kids, our own kids, a long time ago, that we couldn't rear them. But then when they end up in jail, you calling me. But you didn't want me to straighten it up when I needed to straighten it up. You wanted to put the school in me. You wanted to give them the numbers to DFS so the kids could be in the house combating with the parents, threatening to call DFS on you because you reprimanding your child. They took it out the schools. They took prayer out the schools.
Yeah.
It's a long game. But it's also a spiritual one. All this stuff was said in Revelations. It said right will be made to look wrong. Wrong will be made to look right. The kids will turn against their parents. All this stuff happened right now. They be like, Jesus coming. When he come back, he ain't coming. He ain't, baby. He's seconds away. And I only say Jesus for the sake of the internet because that's what people understand. But I also have to acknowledge that that's not his name either, so I can't be disrespectful either.
Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with somebody about that specific aspect of Jesus, that it wasn't his name. But I think I was actually thinking about the fact that I didn't mention this when I asked at the beginning, how was your last week? Because last week I went to a tribute to the 80s jazz concert, in which you would have done way better. You and Amberlyn would have done way better. But the concert started at 8:30. It was done at 9:30. And I was trying to make it a point to brag about how the media portrays Chicago versus how it actually is in Chicago. And it was in for the Chicagoans that come to the live stream and see the post play. It was in Wicker Park area, and it was white people out there. It was white people out there, and it was like a jazz version of R&B. So being the fact that it was R&B, it was at the actual venue. It was mostly black people there. But afterwards, walking up and down the street, just trying to, because it was feeling good. It felt good outside that day. I was like, let me get some footage to show what is portrayed in the media is different than what's actually happened. The media only talks about the bad stuff. The media doesn't talk about the good stuff. Doesn't talk about when people are at peace. Doesn't talk about when people aren't fighting. It was like two Asian. As a matter of fact, there was it was a while ago. It was a police officer, a female police officer that I believe got, when we talk about it on here, it got killed outside of a bar. It was where I was down the street from that bar. District is what it was called. We talk about it on here. I'll probably put a link for it in the playback. It happened down the street from District. It felt amazing. Unfortunately, the concert was shorter than I would have liked for it to be. I would like for it to be an hour and a half. It was only around about an hour. But I can only think, what if I actually happened to be there at the Christmas tree lighting?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's scary. Gotta be scary.
I can only think what if, because me personally, I want everybody to enjoy themselves wherever we go, because all I want to do is enjoy myself. I want to enjoy the Christmas lights. I want to see the Christmas tree. I want to walk around and be able to enjoy different aspects of Chicago, which I do for the most part, because all of this stuff that happens, I don't see with my own eyes. People, I find out through my YouTube and Google and social media algorithms. But it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate because I see people saying, I'm going to stay in the house. I'm going to stay in the house. And it's unfortunate that you have to become a hermit or a turtle to your house. The only time you come out of house is to do groceries, to go to work, or to do laundry if you don't have laundry in your house or in your building. It's unfortunate, man. It said what, 1 person dead and 8 people injured. That's 9 families affected by 1 person action. And the most unfortunate aspect of this is we don't know who did it. Thank you, Miss Nikki. We don't know who did it. You're muted.
No, I was saying, yeah, that was on me. I figured it out.
Yeah, we don't know who did it. We don't. There's cameras down there, but at a certain point, unless it's blatantly obvious, it's gonna be a while before we figure out who was the person that did all this, that caused all of this disruption.
Yeah, but what's gonna happen? That's another problem. When they catch them and they lock them up, what's gonna happen? Because they so young, they're gonna be right back out.
That's facts.
You're gonna have some apologists up in the DA's office or wherever they be, the judges. And that's why I was saying we probably do need to lower the age of being charged. You know, when they charge them as juveniles, we need to lower it, because these are not kids. These are not kids.
I think when it comes to violent crimes, especially of this magnitude, there shouldn't be any leniency on age. Like, you should automatically get the fullest, especially if you're caught. You should get the fullest extent of the punishment for whatever it is you did.
Mm-hmm.
If it's non-violent, then we can figure out what your appropriate punishment is. But this is 1 person dead, 8 people injured, probably by 1 person.
Right. A small group of people causing havoc. And now you done got down. Like, why y'all even down there? Y'all wasn't there to see no Christmas tree. What y'all down there for? Now with guns and all that. Why y'all beefing? Like, who you yelling at? What happened? They don't even know what happened, do they? They ain't see no altercations or nothing. No fights.
As of now, it happened Thursday night or Friday night. And now we're trying to pick up the pieces and figure it out. Will said, I don't agree with these spaces. What's up, bro? What's up? Miss Nikki, if you ever you get the chance, you see scroll back, you'll see myself, J. and Maul with a chalkboard behind us with our name on it. Mm-hmm. That's at Will Hill's studio.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I know him from. I don't want to get into how I know him, but yeah, this homie, for real homie. He's a comedian. That's why his name is Will Hill Comedy. And I'm actually looking.
Will Hill.
Huh?
I said, hey, Will Hill.
I think he has a show coming up, or unless I missed it, I want to check it out. But yeah, what don't you agree with, bro? And if you want, I'll see if I can. If you want to call in, I can see if I can get your audio to play on the live stream. Maybe doesn't agree with the fact that I think all violent crime should be charged, have the same charge regardless, especially if somebody dies.
Well, you still got to think about what age we gonna start that at.
Okay,
So some
okay,
of these kids, so we also understand that some of these kids ain't have a chance. So we still got to hold these parents accountable.
I'm all for that.
So if we holding the parents accountable, yes, we do need to lower the age. I don't know, make it a milestone. Hell, 13.
That's the first. That's
13.
the first number.
I mean, the good books say at 12 you're accountable for your own righteousness and sin. So we actually given a little bit more room. I don't care what color kid it is. It ain't got nothing to do with the color, because some of them should have been locked up too. But maybe them in this day's parents still be alive.
He said, for people on the playback watching the audio, he said, kids deserve second chances. They give it to white kids. I don't like Miss Nikki said, I don't think white kids should get a second chance when it comes to violent crimes. That's the emphasis on all of this. Violent crime.
The stealing and all that, yeah, that can fighting. But we talking about, I'm talking about unaliving.
Yeah. You
guns, stuff like that.
You can say the word instead of unaliving.
Well, I'm used to it now, so like I didn't got used to it. They didn't beat me over the head with it. So now I don't even like it. Now I'm not saying I don't ever see it. I get mad enough I see it.
I'll say it for you. When it comes to killing somebody,
well, I was gonna say murder.
When it comes to murdering somebody, there shouldn't. I don't think, especially. Okay, let's put it into perspective with this current situation. Let's say, okay, we agree. You and I agree specifically on the age being lowered to 13, right?
Right.
What if, hypothetically speaking, this was a 10-year-old? One dead.
Where he get the gun from? Why was he outside? All of this good stuff.
Right.
Like, where did this come from? So I can give you a real life story that happened here. And I hate it because I saw it, because for some reason people thought it was a good idea to keep sending it to every damn body because it was on video. Airbnb party downtown. Bunch of kids was in there. It was teenagers, young kids, probably about, they might have been 13, 12-ish, 14. It was two of them. I think they was cousins or something like that, or friends. They was all at this party. They in the bathroom making a video, right? Like a little TikTok or whatever. So the little boy in the video, he dancing or whatever. She doing her little thing, but she has this gun in her hand and she playing around with it and shoots him dead right there. And you see in the video, she just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? She just looking, because she couldn't believe, she looking through the mirror because they was in the mirror. People sending this video around. Then you hear the people running in the room. What was that? What happened? Open the door. I'm talking about this a whole video. So it was adults there. It was absolutely adults in there. So what do you think should have happened in that situation with that little girl? I don't even know what happened. Actually, I need to look it up.
And when you say you don't know what happened, you mean in terms of like the punishment?
Yeah, I haven't, because of course after it happened and people get through sharing it around social media, nobody else talk about it.
Yeah, it gets watered down. Share after share after share after share, it gets watered down. So Will said, he said, kids deserve second chances. Oh no, I said that earlier. I'm sorry. He said, what I'm saying is the justice system gives the privileged people second chances where they could unalive someone and later on in life still be a CEO. I think black kids deserve even more of a second chance, but the parents should be held accountable.
Do you agree on the age being lowered for just across the board for juveniles, and the parents be held accountable?
Me or it will?
No, I'm asking Will Comedy.
I think what can you as a parent, how do I say this? Okay, I'm all for. I said this before in the podcast. I even said this. I don't know if I said this on your podcast, Miss Nikki. I'm all for the parents being held accountable for the actions of the child. I'm all for that. So, to what Will said, he said, what I'm saying is the justice system gives the privileged people second chances where they could unalive someone and later on in life still be a CEO. I'm all for the parents still having accountability for what the child did. Like, we're going to talk about something that we have to talk about, but I'm all for the parents being held accountable. So that doesn't, however, take away from what the kid did. Right? So if let's just say an 11-year-old did this situation that happened downtown Chicago, the child and the parent should be held accountable. Because
but that 11, I'm not saying they would be held accountable, because we just talking about the difference of juvenile detention and prison.
Okay.
They still got to go to juvenile detention.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But not prison. When I'm talking about lowering the age, we talking about you commit murder, you're going to prison.
Yeah.
Now,
okay, so
would I put them in places? Would I have the prison set up the way it is now, where they just in there with all these men where they could just be not rehab? Because I also think prison need reform and it's not helping nobody. Like, for me, I think people should have the option of going to the military. If you're doing gun violence, you can either go to the military or you can go to jail.
That's a conversation right there.
Okay. That's my belief. Like, if I was running stuff, that's what I would be writing bills for. That's one way to reform. That's just putting them in jail and stack them in there. Well, they're not helping nobody.
And also
taking only people that come out help are people that actually go in there and help. But how hard? Imagine how hard it's got to be to fight through all that just to even help yourself, to go to classes and work and try to keep a stable mind when you absolutely watching your back, I'm sure, every second of the day. Either watching your back or your ass. You're watching something and you're trying to protect it.
He said, okay, so he said, no, the age is fine because you can't easily do things on your own before 18. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Right.
So in order for you to, hypothetically, let's say 16 years old, get your hands on a gun, you can't easily get that without at the age of 16. You got to, there's steps in a process that you have to go through to get that. Even if it's a matter of falsifying information when you're trying to buy it. There's a process that you got to do to get that gun. So I agree with that. Desiree said, I was upset about that apology. Which apology? I'm not sure. Desiree also said, that's a great idea, Auntie Nikki. Jail or military, or young people need reformation. I don't know. I think when it comes to the military, I think there would still need to be certain stipulations on that as well.
Oh, I told you, in my mind, I've already wrote the law. I got all of that. So you're not going to be, because don't you get like, what they call it, like honors or credit, like the longer you in there, everything, something like that. Accolades, you get your time. No. So if you would have got 10 years in jail, right? You're going to go to the military, but you're not getting all that extra stuff that you would get. Now, once you pass that and you stay in the military, you get all the shit everybody else get.
Okay. Then I'm 100% agreement.
Yeah.
I'm 100% in agreement because one, the military is taxpayer funded, right? So, or at the very least, a huge aspect of funding comes from taxpayers. So I thought you were saying at first, you go to the military and get all of the benefits of being in the military.
No, you don't get that till after the fact. And I'm even considering if you have good behavior that you can backdate some of those benefits.
Ooh.
That'll give them more incentive to do right. Give them structure, and they get to play with guns like they love to do. Because I'm really talking about violent, the shooters right now. I'm specifically thinking about the guns, the killers.
Right. Yeah, because we're talking about violent crime.
Right.
All right. Great conversation, Miss Nikki. Speaking of
vote for Nikki from her
2026. Speaking of violent crime, thank you guys for kicking it with us. I'm kicking it with Just a Brown Girl in America, aka I call her Miss Nikki. Make sure you guys sub to her channel. Type Just a Brown Girl in America on YouTube. You'll be able to find her. And speaking of violent crime,
thank you, Desiree. I am that auntie.
I was gonna pull that up in this next conversation. So we are all aware the thing that exploded on YouTube. Speaking of Chicago, also.
Y'all got a lot of stuff going on. Trash. I don't talk too much stuff because we ain't too far. So
hey, listen. Sheesh.
Before you pull that up, I did want to ask you when you was saying how the media portrays Chicago versus how it is being there. Do you see any of that stuff like the protest, the riot? Like, do you see any of that stuff visible? The National Guard, all of that?
I did see the National Guard protests, National Guard immigration protests. I'm actually not too far from, and I didn't realize that I was as close as I was to it. National Guard illegal immigration in Chicago protests. It was a street close to me that was blocked off. It's probably about 8 minutes away. And I saw it. I was like, whoa.
They was out of control.
I drove past it. And I was driving. I saw the street was blocked off. So I don't know if it was something that actually happened in the block or something like that. And the police had to block it off, or if it was the illegal immigration protest.
Right.
So I'm driving. I'm like, what's going on? Because you know how you get curious.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? What's going on? And you see, oh, that's happening right there. Oh man, I got to come back and check that out. I never got to. But as far as all of the stuff that we see in social media and on YouTube, that was the only thing that I saw myself.
Yeah. Yeah, like all the fire, the smoke bombs, the fight, tear gas. Yeah. I just feel like if it was something significant that you would have saw, you would have remembered it.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything specifically significant as it pertains to, like I said, what we see on the social medias.
But just action Chicago, just kind of regular.
Yes, and that's what is crazy, because it's like this happened, but I do regularly, even though I'm a suburb baby, I'm a Chicago suburb baby, I do regularly visit Chicago, like the actual inner city of Chicago, and I don't see this stuff that happens. So maybe I just happen to miss it every time, or maybe I'm not out there frequently enough to see this stuff, but I'm like, I mean, people aren't talking about it because it didn't happen.
Right.
But
yeah,
the thing that actually exploded on the internet is a woman and her 2 children got jumped on by middle schoolers. I don't know exactly how old the woman is, but her son was about 8 or 9, and her daughter was 5 years old. I watched the video, and it was absolutely deplorable. But we're going to have a conversation about it. And it goes a little bit like this.
It's hard to watch. Children circled a mother, then pinned her against a fence. Dragging the mother and her son to the ground, continuously beating them.
These children are going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. And the children are our future, so it's not fair.
Police say it started when the 33-year-old mother, her young son, and daughter were walking near 106 and Bensley in the South Deering neighborhood. A group of kids then started chasing after them, calling them names and taunting them. Both the mother and son were beaten so badly they were taken to a hospital. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents. One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville T. Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. Just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
To know and to find out even now that other families are affected by this. We're meeting families out here that their children been bullied and been beat on.
Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was inside talking with the principal, the mother, and CPS administration.
Accountability is going to be key because if this has been going on, we need to make sure that principal be held accountable for her actions as well. This should have been documented. Parents should have been called to the school, and we got to make sure all around there is some type of accountability that's happening here.
Okay. Yo, D Brown, what's up, bro? Thank you for joining the live today. He said Johnson keep trying to save them, saying Chicago okay. No, it's not. Facts. Facts. Okay, so Miss Nikki, to be honest, in my mind, I put together about 30, I'm gonna say 30, a solid 20 minutes worth of clips that I've seen regarding this. So I had to narrow it down. And as we progress through this conversation, I'll pull a few of them up. For starters, what are your thoughts about this situation?
It makes me absolutely angry. It makes me go back to, did those kids even have a chance? What kind of house are they, like, what kind of house are they growing up in? Why are they so angry? Why are they so young? And then I know when you look at the parents, and a lot of those parents are my age. Like, I went to school with a lot of these kids' parents, kids that's coming up. But those kids there are the kids of our kids. Because I looked up the parents, or it was a video or whatever, showing the parents, they all young. They all probably was teenage parents because they look very, very young. Football game I go to, particular little boys, the demeanor, they like 5 and maybe 7 or something. The demeanor of them is hood. They act like little baby YNs. The way they talk, trying to get attention, which I'm glad none of the men, I wish they would have addressed it. They just didn't say nothing, but you could see them. Yeah, man, we got that ball in your face. Just look down. I'm like, why that little boy they got? And it can't be real. Diamond necklace, this big, almost big as his chest, with a big football encrusted in diamonds. Got him dressed, just got him the whole look. Then I'm like, I wonder who kids these is. I look, I see, and I say, okay, it makes sense. Those babies don't have a chance. So I'm thinking we got to start young. We got to get these parents under control. We got to, like you say, the system taking care of these kids so they will stop hopefully having these babies and knowing that they're not going to have nothing to fall on, that they can live on for life, the government, they daddy. All this stuff play a part in it. That makes me mad because it makes me want to fight kids. That's all I'm saying. Like, I literally, because I was thinking and putting myself in that situation. And I was thinking, what if that was me? What would I do? What could I do? Like, all this probably going, but we talking about your 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, might not even ever had a fight in their life. You got a mob of kids bigger than them. You got your mom trying to protect y'all from getting hit. But at the same time, I would have been Mortal Kombat and all them little MFers. So would I have been in jail? Am I to blame for protecting mine? Because at the end of the day, we all animals. And we're going to protect our cubs. Then the mama's going to come trying to kill me. Because I done beat up their kids. Then you talk about the lady said these kids been terrorizing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your mammy? Your grandmama, whoever raising you. A lot of them raised by grandmamas. That's a conversation too.
We talked about that on here.
Yeah. They raised by the grandmamas. How much can a grandmama do? Especially when you're talking about boys as them kids get bigger.
And on the same line of what you're saying, and you can keep going until you feel like you're good. We talked maybe less than a month ago now.
I think I hopped on her with that. When
you did.
Beating up their granny or something.
Yeah, they jumped grandma.
Yeah. That's wild.
I think Jay Everyday said, or maybe it was a comment, I forget who. They said, no, it was a comment. They said, those kids gonna figure out how much I love my mama. Right?
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I was pretty much done. It's just sad because what can you do? Do you think if she would have fought back, she would have got in trouble?
That was one of the questions I was asking. I think at that point, could she possibly have gotten in trouble for, physical abuse on a minor? Potentially. I think somebody could put up that case. I think, however, with that particular situation, they wouldn't have much of a case because it was so many of them. It was basically like, you know how they have the 20v1s? That's pretty much how this was. And actually, before I go further, I want to for the people who watch the playback and need a reference, this is how the situation played out.
Oh, look at that. Look at them ankles, boy. Shamar looking at. Julia. Hey, for don't touch my brother foot. Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck. Look at them bitches, Greg.
It looked like this boy is already crying.
Because one of them hit him. One of them had hit him already.
Okay. I see what you're saying because that's why she just walked away. Okay, got it.
The little kids in them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids. Also, smash that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack, damn!
The fact that this guy.
Hey, Phil, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Let my motherfucking homie.
This right here, and you guys can't see it blurred out, but this is the part that really made me mad about this, right here. And you can't see it because it's blurred out, but it was that was the 9-year-old son, and somebody came from behind him and snatched him onto the ground, like slammed him onto the ground.
They working it. They working it.
This is absolutely horrible.
Tomorrow, look.
So I pulled up. I went in Gemini and asked Gemini. And my question was the story in Chicago where the kids jumped the mother and her children. If the mother had fought back to protect her children, where she had gotten into trouble since it was so many. And Gemini said, based on the details of the recent incident in Chicago, specifically the attack outside of Oroville, T. Bright, as well as Illinois self-defense laws, here is the breakdown of whether the mother would have likely gotten in trouble if she had fought back. The short answer is it is highly unlikely she would have gotten in trouble for using reasonable force to protect herself and her children, given the severity of the attack. Here's the detailed legal and practical reality of why. So the legal right to defend in Illinois law, quote, under Illinois statute 720 ILCS 5/7-1, a person is justified in using force against another when they reasonably believe it is necessary to defend themselves or another person against imminent use of unlawful force. Defense of others, the law explicitly allows you to protect others, her children, end quote, just as you would protect yourself. The mob factor, disparity of force, normally an adult fighting a child looks bad legally. However, the law recognizes disparity of force. When a single person is attacked by a group, a mob, the threat level rises significantly. The court generally accepts that a lone victim is in danger of great bodily harm when surrounded by multiple attackers, even if those attackers are minors. While she likely wouldn't be charged if the mother had I bet she wish she'd known this shit.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I agree. I agree with you on that. I don't, and this isn't anything against her. I just don't think she knew how to fight.
Well, that could be true too.
Because in that situation, I don't care if you're a child or not. All I know is my kids are in danger. So I need to make sure my kids are safe as best as possible. And these people in front of me, these 20 people that are in an half oval shape or whatever, half circle shape around me, surrounding me, are putting my kid's life in danger. I'll figure out the legal ramifications later.
So I do got here, I skipped over one, but it say number 3 on it say the trap where she could have gotten in trouble. While she had the right to fight back, she could have theoretically faced legal issues if her response was disproportionate, excessive force. So if she had managed to knock one of the kids unconscious, I don't know why that was funny to me. If she had managed to knock one of the kids unconscious and then continue to beat them while they were down, she could be, the right to self-defense ends when that, right. We understand that. Deadly weapons. If she had pulled out a gun or a knife, the legal situation would have become much more complicated. In Illinois, you can only use deadly force if you reasonably believe you are preventing the death or greatly bodily harm. Are we talking about how old was the little girl? 5?
The youngest girl was 5, yeah.
Yeah. While that kid could have easily killed them kids, punching them like that.
Yeah. Like you could have caused some serious damage snatching him onto the ground like that.
Yeah. While a mob can cause death using a weapon against unarmed minors, is a high legal hurdle and often leads to an arrest and investigation, even if the charges are later dropped. So
facts, Will. Get in trouble for hitting a child, we would have found out that day. I'm gonna defend my children first.
I think I probably would have ended up bowling ball.
I'm just I would have been tossing kids.
They was probably like little chihuahuas just like attacking.
What? Will said, want to act grown, gonna treat you that way. You want to, I'm talk, I'll be picking up these kids and talk. But stop playing with me. What? Stop playing with me. You're not about, I don't care that you're a child at this point. Will said the DA would have dismissed this case so fast. D said, what's up, bro? Again, he said, my thing is, what if they had knives or etc.? And then what would we talk about charging kids or the parents? The parents should be charged regardless to me. I'm all for that. I think parents should start getting hit in the different conversation. But parents should definitely start getting charged for the actions of their children. Because even in Chicago, you know this, D Brown. I'm sure you heard it on the radio in Chicago. At a certain point at night, especially on the weekends, they'll say on the radio, Chicago, it's 10:15. Do you know where your kids are?
They still do that?
They still do that.
We don't do it. I don't know what happened to them.
So I'm saying, like, no. And seeing this situation it's been crazy. It's been an absolute social media freaking atomic bomb. And people have been reaching out, you know what I'm saying? People have been reaching out to her. I heard a rapper in California offered to sponsor her and her kids like a weekend of them, you know, just having relaxation.
Even Shamar, you know, because they was calling, she did kind of look like Shamar, but they was calling her Shamar, and even he responded, and he was like, since you want to bring my motherfucking name up in your motherfucking mouth, I'm come right down there in Chicago, and I'm gonna treat them well, and I'm gonna buy them this and buy them that. So he say he going to, since they brought his name up in their mouth.
D Brown said, when I was a shorty, you got to be back by street lights on, or the neighbor better call.
Now you know what would be a good idea. He just gave me a good idea. So street lights, yes, but if we talking about on a wider scale, like the tornado sirens and all of that, you have one of them suckers go off. And once that sucker go off, everybody know that means your kids, minors, supposed to be at home, in the house, or with a parent. You know, in the car with your mom and your dad, whatever. Not with an adult, because that adult could be the man that got him doing the crime. With your parent, auntie, you know what I'm saying, whatever, some way like that. And if they caught on the streets, they getting picked up just like truancy used to do when you skip school. And you go knock on mom's door. Hey, here your fine, here your ticket. Show up in court.
Yep.
Because your child was out here. And the ones that don't show up on court, which a lot of them probably won't, they're going to get a warrant for their arrest. And that's going to allow them to be arrested for their child's actions. I could be a good mayor.
Listen. I remember when I was a kid, I hear this sound. I do something bad, I hear this sound. I'm already scared. My skin already crawling. Listen, I'm telling you, Miss Nikki, there's so many different angles we can have this conversation. That you and I, especially if Marlon and Jay every day were here, we could have a 2-hour-long conversation, 3-hour-long conversation. Because kids do not have fear of adults anymore.
No.
And that's part of, and it's not even a matter of fear for me specifically as it pertains to what I'm about to say. And
it's
I mean
respect. They don't even have respect.
That's what I'm saying. And when I say fear, I mean respect. people don't have a certain level, kids don't have a certain level of respect for adults anymore. That's part of the reason why I call you Miss Nikki. It's a matter of respect. When I'm on a Righteous Perspectives late shift crew panel, even when I call into his show, I call him Mr. Wise because that was instilled in me when I was a child. And guess what? You ain't said nothing against it yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
Mr. Wise ain't said nothing against it.
I remember when it first happened, though. That's when I realized I had crossed over. Nobody said, well, somebody, it's just off track because it did sting a little bit when it first happened. And I got called a lady. So my sister and them invited me to come meet us up at this place, such and such. I'm like, fine, I'll do that. I put my little stuff on, had my little cute shirt dress on, some little thigh boobs. Cute. Go up in there. I go up to the bar. First when I go in, I'm like, oh, this black is like this real black. Like nigga black. Where y'all got me. But I'm fine. I can move through rooms. I'm good. I don't care.
Yeah.
I go to the bar. This one guy looked at his friend and said, man, would you let that lady by get out the way so she can get a drink? I was like, lady.
What did you just call me? Did you just respect me?
It was at that moment I realized I was the old chick in the club. Then I had to go. I had one drink and I left. Then I heard somebody call me Miss Nikki. And I'm like, kind of like it, but why you calling me that? And I go. Now I'm your favorite.
With certain people, it's a matter of respect because they are at a different age level for me. But at a certain in other aspects, it's just kind of to be funny. So it's not to be taken too seriously one way or the other. But I'm just imagining, what if you find out that this was your child that participated in this? Speaking of what if it was your child?
But he had to go. I've already contemplated all that, and they know that. Like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And honestly, I'm gonna be mad if they let you out. Because then I'm gonna feel like you didn't learn nothing. So I'm not gonna be that mom out here. Oh, my baby this, and he used to be good. I don't know what happened. That's all I can say. I could just be honest. He's good, but I know I don't know. I'm sorry. Do what you got to do. No more press conferences and get away from my house. Because I'm not gonna be on there hollering about my baby ain't never hurt nobody.
Right. So this is one of the videos that came out that was the first people. One of the first. This apparently was the girl that threw the first punch at the grown woman.
Kamira.
Apology.
One of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Can you pause that for a second? First of all, don't be talking about no damn keep it fucking respectful. Your child ain't respectful. What? She just start acting like that, girls. You lost your damn mind. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. This stuff be making me mad.
My name is Kamira Grant. I was wrong for
It's okay,
I was wrong for everything that I did.
No, it's not okay.
And I was just being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got. And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I feel bad because
it's okay.
I gotta go through so much. But I wish I would never did what I did.
Do you have anything to say? I think her name is Shauna.
I was a bit. People think.
Yeah, I don't really care to hear more from her.
So, well, I got a little just looking at it because I'm just looking at the dynamic because I think I heard somebody say that was my first time actually seeing the apology, but I think I heard people saying it was coached, it was fake, it was this. She's still a child. Yes, children follow. I know these things because I absolutely have done those type of things, being a follower that I knew I normally wouldn't have done.
Okay.
Also, her mother, even though I don't care nothing about the respect, like I give, that's your child, you're gonna say whatever. Made her get online and do the apology. Yes, she's embarrassed. That's why she's crying. She blasted her mama. She probably got in trouble. From what her mom making her do, the way she crying. Now I could hear her mama when she said that don't even got half the stuff I got. That's something her mama told her. You out there with these damn fools and they ain't even got half the shit you got. I could hear that. So I'm not gonna say the apology was that she is probably sad that she going through this and had to deal with all this and got in trouble. And all I can do is hope she learned a lesson on it. I mean, you still gonna be held accountable, but you still got to learn your lesson, baby, honey.
If this was my child,
I would be so disappointed. But I would definitely make them do that. I'm not gonna act like I would not make them do a public apology.
So there's one aspect to this that I think about. One, I'm personally against people. I recommend people don't put their family members out on social media, especially their children. So not only did this woman put her child on social media, even though she was in the video, so she was already out on social media, but in this regard, she put her child out on social media, but she also said her child's first and last name.
No, she did make some technical errors.
So in that regard, now she futuristically, schools in her future has name and face. So when she applies for different schools, they could potentially be like, "Oh, this was the girl involved in that. I don't want this girl at my school."
Well, she young. That's the reason I'm saying that is because she young.
I agree.
There's so many programs out here. I got sent to an alternative school. Don't ask me why. I still don't think I belong there. They sent me. Whatever. So, ironically, I would get in trouble there too. I was just kind of a clown. I wasn't really violent or nothing like that. But there's too many programs out here that she just young. Hopefully she go through this. But I don't know. I would be absolutely horrified if that was my child. I would be so mad. Now, what a mama need to do is personally talk to that lady, send some flowers, something. I acknowledge what my child did. Make her go over there. Make her do some work. I've made my kids do that. My son wasn't even involved, but he was with a mob of kids. My neighbor told they was all throwing rocks. hitting his car. I knew it didn't sound like my son, but I also knew my son was out there. So one day I saw him, I asked him, so I said, it was my son. He said, well, he didn't, he said, but for the record, your son didn't actually throw the rocks, but he was out there encouraging it, this, that, and the other. I said, okay, I tell you what you do. When you need something done at that house in that yard, he ain't going in your house, but you need something done outside, whatever, come get him. He'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your car, he'll do it. And that's how a village and neighbors are, that's how that's supposed to go. And that's what the village mean. It ain't got, and that was my white neighbor. I don't mean white, black, or indifferent. You know what I mean? A village is a village, but we all are responsible for maintaining these children and rearing them up to make sure that they are responsible citizens.
Yeah.
And you can't have parents combating you on that, ready to fight just because you saying, baby, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. You ain't my mama.
Right.
Then here come the mama with her bonnet up. What you say to my baby?
I'll add this video in the playback. It was a woman that she was yelling about the fact that, where are the men? Where are the men? Where are the men? And it was like, all around me are women. Where are the men? We got to get these men to help to put the kids in their place and to rear the children in the way that they're supposed to be brought up. Or, and the part that stuck out to me, and like I said, I'll add this in the playback. Excuse me, because I can't find it right now. Was in the fact that she said whatever the specific script was.
If I saved it, keep going.
But she said that she's GD.
Right. And I was proud of it.
That's for people that don't know, somehow in Chicago, GD is one of the most popular gangs out there, most notable gangs. It's Gangster Disciple. My question to you, Miss Nikki, it's kind of rhetorical, but you can answer. When it comes to gangs between men and women, who occupy gangs the most?
I don't know.
Who are the most participants in gang activity between men and women?
I think men.
It's men. It's not even close.
I was gonna say, did something change? I didn't know if that was a trick question.
No, that's why I should have said that. It's not a trick question.
Okay.
It's men.
Yeah. Men.
Why didn't she call men? Why didn't she call the men in the gang to come up there and get the kids? All of those women out there that she was talking about, that, oh, look at all these women behind me. All those women got baby daddies. Why didn't you call the baby daddies? She talked about how men were sitting on the corner selling drugs all day. Why didn't you call those men? The men that you're talking about are your baby daddies. Why don't you call them?
Ask them.
Because you didn't become a mother because you just woke up one day and decided to get pregnant. Especially if you're a woman that has more than one baby daddy. You can't call neither one, none of them. Then people try to make it out to be like it's a school issue, which what's happening in the school is pouring out into the streets. However, this situation did not happen in the streets. I'm sorry, this situation did not happen in the school. Brandon Johnson out here talking about more police presence, and people out here talking about we got to figure out why the principal didn't quell this and this. This is not partially. It's less of a principal issue than as much of it is a parent issue.
Oh, here go a video right here. But I don't know. Can I
hit the same share your screen button?
Oh, okay, I see.
It should be able to pull it up. All right, there we go.
Oh, let me hit play. Can you hit play or I gotta hit it?
Right. They want to fight. And that ain't going to... They want to fight. And that ain't going to... You're broken fighting. They getting billions of dollars to non-citizens while we out here crying.
This ain't about no woman, ain't about no man. This ain't about no woman standing down or nothing. If we ain't out here fighting for these kids, who else? Half of these men on the corner drinking 40 ounces, grabbing their balls. But they want us to stand down when this shit happen. No, we gonna show up and show out. We gonna show up and show out. This ain't about no man or no woman standing down. That was the wrong words to use, brother. You supposed to be coming with a prayer. You talking about some women stand down. Hell no, we ain't standing down. Yeah, hell no, we ain't standing down. Y'all men want us to stand down. Y'all need to stand up. Where they fathers at? Go find their fathers. Appreciate shit to their fathers. Go find that shit, appreciate shit to their fathers. There's a lot of black women out here struggling, raising these goddamn kids, and the fathers with the next bitch raising the next bitch kids. So this ain't about no, all the women gotta stand down my ass, put our foots on these motherfuckers' necks. What's they motherfucking ass? We got our ass whooped. We got our ass whooped, and I ain't never jumped on no elbow day in my life. You gotta whoop they motherfucking ass. Y'all, these women scared to lose their low income. They scared to lose their food stamps. If your kids is bad, my mama put me in Hot Grove, Jackson Park, and everything. You want to be out there with them GDs? Go ahead. I was big GD crazy. Still big GD crazy. But I bet you my kids ain't out here whooping on no motherfucking elder folks. I'll put my foot in their motherfucking neck. Them kids need their ass whooped. All of them boys, this is my best friend that just passed. All of them boys whooping on the grown lady. No, ain't no, it's too many women out here. Ain't enough men out here. So us women, that little girl, it ain't enough men out here. It ain't enough men out here to say us women gotta stand down. That's crazy. This ain't about no man or woman thing.
They was throwing bikes at my window.
Yeah.
They tore my backyard up. I was gonna go up there killing my husband, stop me. The same kids out there fed when they was hungry. The same kids out there fed when they was hungry. Trying to destroy my crib.
Come on, let's say the prayer.
Them kids need Jesus.
You know I'm still built to ass. That's right. We can pray. What's your name? Pray. First lady. We can pray, but this ain't about no men and women.
Yeah, we all stand together.
Right, you gotta take accountability for your goddamn kids. Exactly.
I don't want to.
Now she done said all that and then talking about nothing. Let's pray. So my thing is, where is all that energy with the other violence going on?
Did you see the back check?
Oh. No, seriously. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right,
but if you're in the chat, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, go to my channel. I'm your guest host today, Just a Brown Girl in America, your favorite auntie. But like I was saying, where's all this energy with the unalive and with the kids? Why they not fighting so hard? I'm interested to know. Like, I get why they outraged, but why this particular incident when it comes to black on black? And we talking about the kids. Because you ain't just noticed that these kids out of control, I'm sure. And since you're the first lady, I'm also almost positive you created a lot of these parents, ma'am. So, I don't know. What y'all think? Am I off on that? And we'll see what Spaces has to say. But yeah, that's pretty messed up. But it's actually, it was an adult there. And I don't know if anybody's seen that video where it was an adult there. And apparently, I'm thinking it was like one of the kids' aunts. And let me see if I can find it until Spaces come back. All right, so let's talk about this. This one, I'll pull it up. And I don't know if Space has seen this, but apparently this was an aunt. So it was an adult there. I saw this video. Oh, I don't even know. I can't control it. We gotta wait for Spaces to come back. But apparently the aunt from Chicago has finally come forward. And then we're gonna hear what she has to say when Spaces come back. But she don't care. And you gonna absolutely be disgusted in her answer. If she's still here, don't forget to like and subscribe. So what y'all think about the Gangster Disciples? So Spaces, I don't know if you heard me, but I found a video of this auntie girl, of the adult that's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I heard you.
I didn't know I couldn't pull it up.
I see it playing. You're gonna start it over.
Had enough. I really don't like the fact that I really got to get up here and explain myself to y'all, but y'all seem confused, and I don't do the confusion. Yes, I was there. Yes, I was there. Did I touch that lady? No, I did not touch that lady. Did I touch her kids? No, I did not touch her kids. Talking about why you let your niece fight that lady and her kids? Mind y'all business. I'm not her CEO and I'm not her mama. And another thing, I just sat there and minded my business. That didn't have nothing to do with me. Why would I jump into something that don't got nothing to do with me? I am an innocent bystander. I do not support violence. Right, I had enough. Right, I had enough. I really don't like the fact that I really got to get up here and explain myself.
Now, how ridiculous is that? That is wild. Don't have nothing to do with me. Why would I jump into something? Heifer, you are an adult, supposedly.
Right.
Like, are we kidding right now? Do you not like this lady? Did you encourage them to do that? Because that's what it's starting to seem like to me, because you got big energy on this. You don't condone violence. Girl, I'll kick you in your back.
They didn't get this. They didn't get this mentality or this behavior from themselves. They had to see this stuff happen, and they're mimicking it. J-Lo on the track said, press the like button. Appreciate it. Much love. J-Lo on the track was in DC with us. Miss
Oh,
Nikki.
yay. I wonder, did I meet you?
Most likely. I'll DM you a picture of us because I took a picture of it. But J-Lo on the track also said they know they can control the kids and discipline kids with no consequences from them. The 18 to 50-year-olds can't get whoopings. They, as in the adults being adult parents being outraged. It's contradicting. I'm innocent bystander, but watch kids beat up a woman and her kids.
Right.
And check this out. This is the thing about it. This is the thing about that. She says she's an innocent bystander. They don't got nothing to do with her, right? What if the mother started punching her niece?
Then she was going to have something to do with it.
Are you still an innocent bystander at that point? Stop the stupidity, man.
I think she encouraged it. Maybe I'm wondering, did she egg that on? Because why would they randomly target them just because they walking? Now, of course, yeah, they bullies, but now that we know that there's this chick here that just stood by and then doubled down on it. Do you know this chick? Are you being a bully? You know, did she screw your baby daddy? Or the person you want to be your baby daddy? You didn't understand why he was screwing her because you prettier than her. See, we had that conversation too. Now you got a mob of kids jumping on her because you don't want to go to jail.
Right.
Oh my God, I think I just solved the case.
You think you solved it?
I think that's it. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's one of the factors. Oh, she slept with my baby daddy. Get her. You know what I'm saying?
Call
That's
her
what you
number
think?
in the phone. I could see that. It ain't gotta be baby daddy. That's just first thing I go to, but that on it, like, why would they randomly, if the kid's that small, which mean Because those kids were in middle school, right? They were bigger. Right.
From what I've not heard over 8th grade, higher than 8th grade. I've not heard.
So is that school one of those schools where the elementary are mixed in with the middle schools?
I don't know for sure. I'll say I don't know for sure, but I imagine so.
Okay, because I'm just like, what? No,
because she was with her 5-year-old and 8-year-old. So unless the schools are like across the street from each other,
yeah.
I imagine.
Well, I know it's some schools that's never agree with that merging those grade levels together. Yeah, so you got the elementary kids in there and the middle school kids in there. Yeah, and I'm thinking that the kindergartners and seniors, I think, need their own part of the school.
You're right. I just this situation in particular, man, is just so disappointing. So disappointing. And this is a small reflection of the mindset of a lot of people across the US in particular. And these kids, you can tell that they have a certain level of reverence for adults, or at least better example, they're like hyenas. If you attack, okay, check this out. I saw a video. I might even add this in the playback if I can find it. What with your response? There were a bunch of hyenas attacking one lion. When another lion came into the fold, or maybe 2 more lions, the hyenas scattered.
Right.
If you watch the playback in the video, anytime she started to come at the kids that were attacking her, they backed down.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as her back was turned, just like they did with the little boy, her son, her 8-year-old, his back was turned, they snatched him to the ground. Cowards. Coward. I hope. I hope they find every single individual in this video, and every single individual gets everything to the fullest extent of the law in terms of punishment that they deserve.
Yeah. Now, was it ever confirmed that she was pregnant or not?
I heard back and forth. I heard that she was pregnant, but I also heard that she had, if I'm not mistaken, sickle cell, which caused bloating.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I have, according to what I'm hearing, I haven't heard her herself say that she was pregnant.
Yeah, that's messed up. But you know what? God bless good people. And I don't know if she good or not. I just feel like if she wasn't good, she would have beat them kids up. So I'm going to say that she is a good person. And God has a special way of blessing us when we need to be blessed, even when we don't understand why he did it the way he did it. Because now her and her children are not going to need anything for a while.
Facts. Like people, the GoFundMe is out there, people from different states.
And I'm actually glad. I'm actually proud for the outrage, but I just want to see more of that across the board in our community. So hopefully this spark a conversation, more of the conversations that we already be having.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna close it out here. I for sure got some more stuff to talk about, but we aim at 2 to 2.5 hours. So your final thoughts, Miss Nikki, and then you know what? I want you to hit the mesh again.
To hit the who?
The mesh. At the end of the live, we have a piece of advice that people can live by.
Oh yeah.
So final thoughts on this particular subject with the lady, and then I'll give mine, and then we'll have you do the mesh.
My final thoughts are prayers for her children and her and the trauma that they're going to have to deal with. I hope God really takes them through that to where they don't have to kind of deal with this ongoingly that much as they get older. I pray that they don't take it with them in their lives. And I pray the mother can be strong and get through it, get out of that neighborhood. And I also, please, we have to be accountable for our children. Be responsible for raising good people. Even when you didn't have it, all the stuff you didn't have, think of how that made you feel. Think of how your life ended up. And don't want that for your children. And actively work not to do that. And that also will go with my piece of advice. Get your damn kids. Please. Sorry.
My final thoughts are I am 100% for, especially in these types of situations, reacting however it is that you feel is necessary to react to make sure that you can defend yourself and especially your children. I think, like you said, Miss Nikki, I am proud of the response because I heard that people were outside of the school barbecuing, but I've also heard a lot of people out there speaking against this behavior. And I'm all for that. And I can only think of two things. What if it was my child? Or what if this was happening outside of my house? How would I respond to it? And as much as I aim to speak against what's talked about as far as the city of Chicago, stuff like this makes it so difficult to argue against it. It makes it difficult to argue against it because when I went out, it was at night. The concert that I went to started at 8:30. Got out there like 7:45, 8 o'clock in that area, and nothing happened. No craziness, no weirdos. You got your homeless person here and there, which is always a little bit awkward. Like, what are they going to do? But generally speaking, everybody out there was chill. And it was, I want to say a Friday night. But on the flip side, it's like, I don't know if I said this before, but, I looked up a stat and said Chicago public schools 3rd through 8th grade, which is the demographic of the people in this video, in this situation, have an 18.3% math deficiency, math literacy rate. Chicago public schools scored 200 or 300 points lower on SATs than the rest of the U.S. You're muted.
Like, that's bad because United States bad as a whole. So if you performing lower than everybody as a whole, that's wild.
I'm saying, like, you go to what I go on. It sucks because I love the city of Chicago and I see how beautiful it is. Like Desiree said earlier, she said a few things. Let me get her to her comments. She said I was upset about the apology. She said that's great. Auntie Nikki, jail or military or young people need reformation. She's talking about the little girl's apology, which I played on earlier. Mm-hmm. Auntie Nikki reminds me of the auntie that will spoil you, but put where you go. Dang, I'm it's right here. Hold on 1 second. One second. Be right back. It's right here. It's right here. This helps and this instills parental fear, but it also instills parental respect. These kids do not respect their parents. And that is why they did this, because if they did respect their parents, they would have fear for the repercussions of what it is that they did.
We used to be more scared of what our parents was going to do than a cop or anybody.
What?
Be like, you going to tell my mama, please don't tell my daddy.
Speaking of, a community punishment, you would get a little something from the neighbor. You would get a little something from, the second neighbor from your neighbor. And then those two neighbors would turn around and tell your parents, and you get it from your parents because that's bad behavior, part one. And then part two, you embarrassed your parents. What are we even? Come here. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. I'll return a Bruce Negroid. against my kids. What I would have been so angry that I would have had to like, hey, I don't know what to do, police, auntie, brother, uncle, sister, mom. I don't know what to do. I need you to come get my child away from me right now because I am so angry that you know how they say don't whoop your kids out of anger.
Mm-hmm.
I am so angry right now that I will hurt my child. And don't go crazy with this YouTube, but I'm talking about in the context of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I am so angry right now. I would have had to take like a weekend off away from my child and then have somebody else come pick him up and drop him off in my house because I would have needed time to calm down. I didn't bring you up this way. The only time you should be, and this is my final thought. The only time you should be, come here. The only time you should be throwing your fist at somebody is in self-defense.
Yeah.
In self-defense. Oh, so embarrassing, so ridiculous.
Now I don't now. Well, I guess because I teach my kids to absolutely try not to get punched in the face first, because that first punch is a whopper.
It can
So
be for sure, yeah.
if you can avoid that. So for me, they have the rule, like, if you start feeling those inside feelings in you and they walking towards you, they getting closer and closer, there's going to be a feeling that arises in you. If you're your mother's child, there will be this feeling, and it's going to start making you feel all tingly and weird inside. It's called fight or flight. Don't make a decision at that moment. I advocate for not getting punched in the face first.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how lawful that is. But I think if you a threat and you like right here, but you got to be in arm's reach because it's got to connect.
Right.
Like really good. So you can't be that far. So I don't know. But they got to be taught how not to get out of control with that too. It's like, no, you can't just be doing that because you thought somebody was, no. But no, my kids ain't fighters. I actually did the little fighting prank on them and said somebody was outside bringing their kids.
What they do?
It was funny. They didn't want to fight. They asked me, what did I do? What exactly happened that they outside? I said, well, they bringing two kids. They bringing two kids over. One of them 9, one of them 10. She was like, I don't want to fight a 10-year-old. Mind you, she's 9. She's scared. She's like, I'm scared. I'm like, come on, we got to go. I said, oh my God, they outside. And they twins. The other one say, no, how did you get into it with the lady? What happened?
They start asking questions. They
want to know why somebody come want to fight and why do we got to go fight too? You don't want to fight. They don't want to fight.
They're trying to talk through it. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute.
Oh, and then one of them had to, which was a good idea. It's like, can we take the dogs?
That was a good idea.
That was a good idea.
The all-out idea is defending your people in your house. So yeah.
She just didn't want to go. I had to open the door. I said, come on, step back. She was like, I'm scared. I said, I'm just playing.
What did they say afterwards?
One of them was like, I knew it. She's like, no, you didn't. Because one of them smiled, was like, you got to get mad. I need you to be mad. You can't fight if you're not mad. You're going to get.
Okay, so before I go on another rant,
I know.
What do you have? If you can think of anything, if not, then I'll pick it up. But what do you have for the message for today? Something for people to think about.
To think about?
Yeah, that's a tip. It doesn't necessarily have. It's kind of preferred for it to be in reference to a conversation we had, but if it's not, then that's perfectly fine as well.
I'll speak on the kids, the Kevin Durant, and being pressured into having children. People know their capabilities. They know their mental capacities. They know all this. You know this. Yes, being a parent is wonderful. It is life-changing, a life-changing roller coaster ride, all for the good. But do not let people pressure you into having babies when you absolutely are not ready or you know you don't want them. Do not have babies for other people.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking it with us and hitting the like button. I want to give a special shout out to Miss Nikki on Just a Brown Girl in America. Make sure you go to her channel, like, comment, and share on that content as well. I am on her panel on she goes live on Thursdays for sure. Thursdays at around 8:15 Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thanks for kicking with us, J-Lo on the track, Desiree, Will Hill. I'm going to look on your Facebook or text you and figure out when your next show is. Hopefully, I didn't miss it already. Big shouts out to Will Hill Comedy, instrumental in the growth of this channel. Also, shouts out to Maul and Jay every day. They'll probably be back next week unless they're on traveling again.
Missed y'all.
This has been another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I have been your man, Spaces.
And Just a Brown Girl in America, your favorite auntie.
All right, meeting adjourned.